Okay, let me share screen. So, oh my god. Okay, can you guys see the screen or is it weird? Like, can you guys see your the Zoom bar side as well? Okay, sure. So, hi everyone. My name is Hillary, and welcome to today's Angels Talk, which basically will give an overview on our fundraising process, like our approach, and I will share a little bit about my journey on becoming Miss Entrepreneurial and also Miss Imagine Talks. So, so the first thing that you should know about is that all the sponsors that you will gathered is going to the Asian America Foundation, which is the organization behind Miss Asian Global and Miss Imagine Talk. And AAF is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. So basically, there will be tax benefits with the donations. And also, this is a legit organization that you can find through company portal or any form of donation channel. And there are actually five main objectives, but I only wrote three because Francis gave me more additional information on it, which mainly our aim is to promote more representation on mainstream medias and empower Asian women to be um, philanthropy and also civil minded. We have pageant sisters, not only just in politics and news and also like in science, STEM, business, all that different kind of industries where you can make a lot of connections, and then also we want to promote that kind of representation. So also build connections for us and just to promote more visibilities for our culture. And as I mentioned, AAF is the organization behind Miss Asian Global, where the donation will be used for our pageant week, for renting the venues, for basically providing a more wholesome experience for the new pageant class and also for your class. And the other organized event that we would do is Imagine Talks, which in this year's Imagine Talk, um, we hosted at Oakland, and I also get a chance to meet other pageant sisters who also won the title of Miss Imagine Talk. And later on, I will talk more about what's the qualification for that. But it was a great chance. I get to meet one of the greatest bestseller in the United States, which is Tiger Mom, and also there's another actress sharing her experience, and also you basically just learn a lot from the Imagine Talk. And if you get to be on the stage, where this year each of us got 18 minutes, it is again a life changing experience. I think one thing that I could speak to it is that um, my first sessions of Angel Talk was before Miss Imagine Talk, and I realized that I have a problem of speaking really fast, and sometimes I just ramble a lot. But being on stage for that 18 minutes and constant practice, it basically makes me to just face my weaknesses and know how I should improve on. So I think having that experience on being off the stage of Miss Imagine Talk is very valuable and definitely life changing. So, a little bit about myself. I'm your Miss Asian Entrepreneurial in 2023 and Miss Imagine Talk 2023. I'm currently working as a technology banker at the Wells Fargo TMT group, which I'm not in charge of the IT stuff, but we bank with technology companies. So we would go to Silicon Valley and visit the companies, and also we just look at a lot of tech companies' financials, and we do commercial banking transaction with them. So this year in MAG, I fundraised $25,000, and that is the third highest amount in MAG history. But I'm hoping that you guys can break that record, definitely. So let's go right into it about the strategies behind. And I think one of the most important thing is goal setting. So you never know what your pageant sisters are doing and how much they're fundraising and what method they're using. So as I mentioned about Miss Imagine Talk, the qualification is $10,000. And once you have that $10,000 in your pocket and donated to AAF, you would be a court member of your year. And I knew that I wanted to be Miss Asian Entrepreneurial because of my future plan on going to business school. And also, I think this is a great experience for me to learn about fundraising and pitching myself. I knew I wanted that. And but I don't know how much I should do. And I know that the year before me, which is from 2022 in Lisa Yan's year, she broke the record of MAC history. So there are actually a lot of pressure to it. But what I'm trying to say is that there's never too much. And since you don't know what the other person or other pageant sisters are raising, you want to try your best and yeah, try to go for um however much donations that you could get. So as you can see, the fundraising amount are pretty close. Lisa Yan is from the year of 2022, and the second place is from the year of 2016, but there are only like few $100 difference. So yeah, definitely try your best. And so yeah, but $10,000 will get you in Miss Imagine Talk. But if you want to aim higher, go for it. So the second part is to identify warm market and cold market. I'm not sure if Vincent already gave you guys talk, but one thing that I think is really useful is to identify your connections. It sounds very transactional, but warm market is basically the people who are more likely to support you, which, yeah, as you can see, like family, friends, work friends, teammates, and all that, they're more likely to say yes when you ask them in person or just ask for a support. And cold market are just people that are like likely to say not that likely to say yes, but it's not like 100% no. But yeah, if you work at retail and then you like just ask random customers for donations, they probably would just like shake their head and walk away. So yeah, definitely identify your moment and who you would like to ask. And also if you approach warm market first, you would I feel like the likelihood of getting a rejection would be lower. And that just kind of help you to boost your confidence. Rejection is hard, but if you like try to ask people that you're close with and get more yes at the first few times, then it would just help you to boost that confidence. And later on, when there are more rejections, you would just be like, I got good support already. But at the end of the day, if you're determined enough, as I was saying, like the fundraising amount could be very, could like yeah, there's like a small gap between the fundraising amount. So if you're determined enough, you would just ask everyone eventually. And then another thing is about setting up and getting ready. So what I did is that I set up a spreadsheet to organize my contact, and I went to UC Davis and I categorized people in subgroups. For example, like people from my business club, people from like my finance club and Chinese Students Association and all that. And then I just categorized that, and it helped you brainstorm your list of contact, and you would always want to record that like, oh, I asked this person already, and then you can also keep track of your donation, which I will keep on emphasizing, that is to keep track of your donation, because Mac will not keep track for you. So you will want to be the person that is responsible to report the amount that you donated. It just helps both ends to like, it just makes things easier for you and for Mac. So something that I could share a little bit is some fundraising idea. I made some modification from my last presentation and included more idea. But the first thing that I'm going to talk about is from my personal experience, which is messaging people online. So I have friends and family that live all around the world. So Instagram, Facebook messages, WhatsApp or just like text message are our main form of communication, it is also easy to keep track. So, for instance, you just think of that person and then you want to go back and see whether or not you asked them already. Just, just go back to your chat room and see. And also, it is very easy for you to just copy and paste messages and set up to. And what I did was that I sent up to 20 to 30 messages a day. And at the end of the day, I reached out to around 400 people. Definitely had a lot of rejections and a lot of people that never responded to me. And yeah, that was kind of awkward when I tried to hit them up again. But you always want to try your best and try to connect, try to, yeah, just try to up your chances on getting a yes. Oops. Um, oops. Okay. So the next thing is about developing a script. As I was saying, I was copying and pasting it to different to talk to different people. And what I did is that I developed a script. And something to keep in mind is you should always make it about you. So you have to know that your friends want to support you in your dream. Like if you just randomly walk to a person and ask them, "Hey, do you want to support this Asian America Foundation? Like, what is that? And then why would I suddenly want to donate to an organization I've never heard of?" So, if when you're reaching out to people, you would want to make it about you because they know you and not they know you better than the organization. So yeah, make it about you, be genuine about it, share that what I did is that I shared that I'm in a pageant. I share that I want to win this title and why it means a lot to me. It wasn't that long, but sometimes I think you also have to be strategic is to you should anticipate what questions they will ask you. So try to come up with a script on why you want to be in a pageant, and then what is this organization about and what are you gonna do when you win the title. So it is like some questions that Francis has been practicing with you guys for interview, but you should know that people around you would be curious about that too, especially you're asking for donation, so you want to have a good cause, and the cause is definitely to support a nonprofit organization, but to your friends they want to support you. So when you're messaging them, something to keep in mind is like more human psychology kind of thing is ask for their support instead of money. When you talk about money, people just get more sensitive. But when they responded and asked how they could support you, then you can mention about the donations. And also, if they want to ask about a tax benefit, I think it is the best for you to talk to Vincent because he helped some of the pageant sisters to set up company portal, and sometimes they could also provide you receipt on that. But that's something that we could talk about later. So another suggestion is that I'm not trying to sound manipulative, but you should also understand your friendship dynamic and know how close you are to make variation. So sometimes you could use that like watery eyes emoji, and then like it looks all cute, and like people would want to help you with that. But sometimes when it's with people that you're not too close, just use a smiley face. So yeah, just know your friendship dynamic and how you should talk to that person. Another fundraising idea, which I actually got from some of your pageant sisters, and I know that one of my pageant sister actually did it in her year as well. Her name is Angela, and what she did was that she collaborated with the Ronald McDonald House locations, and then she provided some complimentary nail services, and they were doing some coaching calls and also serving food, which is yeah, like it's meaningful. You're helping people that day, and then you're also having fun. And most importantly, it is a way for you to um collect a lot of donations, and also an event that you're hosting where you could just gather all your friends and just have a fun day together. And I think that day she actually collected $5,000. Like, so yeah, definitely that's something that you could think about. And I And I also like talked to some people about how they were hosting fundraising events. Is that you should know your goal and be able to pitch it. So, for instance, you're trying to host an event at a venue. So you'd call them and then you tell them like, oh, it's a charity event, and you should know your answer about, oh, what kind of charity is that? Why are you hosting it? What is the cost behind it? And be able to pitch it. So trust me, if that's something that you have never done, I think this is a great chance for you to for it to be your first time, because a lot of us um like like Mac, they will only do Mac for once, but Mac would provide a lot of um experience for you to basically have like do for you to do it at the first time. I've never been like a fundraising person, but I still step out of your comfort. So yeah, going back to throwing the fundraising events, try to find venues, and then when you try to find vendors and try to ask for sponsorship from them on providing food and all that, like yeah, know your goal and be able to pitch it. And then I think a lot of you might even be better at it than me, but when it comes to promoting your event, um, yeah, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and all that. So leverage your connections and make people know about your events and they would want to come. And then just as what Angela did was that she followed up and posted her result on how much that she has wrote. How much that she had fundraised, and she also again posted her Venmo and Zelle on it to, um, yeah, collect more donations and to help people that might have missed the events to like for another method for them to support her. And another idea is that something that I also did, but didn't work out too well with me. But I know that, but I kind of did it like last minute. So I think if you guys start now, there might be a higher chance for you to say yes. Is like talking to business sponsors. That's something that Mag also advocate for, because if you are in the Bay Area in SF, you probably know a few like Chinese owned store or restaurants, which you know how tight the Chinese community is in the Bay Area. So if you know them and you also like show them that, oh, we actually have a program book and then we can promote your business, and at the same time their sponsorship will also be promoting you, so it is a win-win situation. And something that I thought of that I could do better, what I did is that I sent email and then I went through a list of contacts of all the sponsors that Mac had in the past 2 years, and then I tried to find their email online, introduce myself, an info sheet about me, the Mac sponsorship books, and also how the sponsorship works. Which some responded, but they already decided to sponsor someone else, or they just didn't have the budget at the time. But again, I did it kind of just in the last few weeks of the fundraising period. So if you guys have the chance to start early, I would suggest you to start putting together your info sheet. And I think maybe having an in-person conversation will be better. So you know how in the somewhere around the Oakland Center, there's like a lot of Chinese-owned restaurant or like just fruit stands, or even in Chinatown in SF. If you were able to go in there and talk to the business owners, that would be a good idea as well. And something that suggested to Mag, the early bird class, which is the yeah, which is you guys. Um, if you guys ever need any help to go into and talk to business owners, I can go with you guys, and it will be a great practice for me. And also, we can just yeah, see how each other is doing. But I'm more than happy to help. So yeah, what I'm going with is that yeah, try to approach business owners that you know, and if you don't know any, um, actually, I don't know any personally, but I think you can also try to reach out to sponsors at Mac events. Like at the casino night, I met one of my sponsors there. At the Silicon Valley Lions Club picnic, which is one of Mac's biggest sponsor, I met three sponsors there. And there will also be sponsor meal, sponsor lunch, hosted by Mac. And if you attend all those events, you can actually make a lot of connections and try to find your sponsors there potentially. So Yeah, definitely like try to step out of your comfort zone and try to talk to different people because you never know whether you're gonna get a yes or no, but every time is a practice for you and eventually you'll get there. Um, so I don't know if Vincent went over this with you guys already, but this is what I was talking about the how the sponsorship and advertisement works. Um, the business owners or your sponsor could just choose to could choose to donate $900 and then you'll have a full page. And then if they decided to give you the sponsorship package, which is $1,500, here are all the benefits. And yeah, there will. I'm not sure if we still have judges reception this year, but they will. Okay, there will be. And judges reception is basically an event after your pageant interview for you to connect with your judges and to showcase yourself and also try to learn more about the judges as well. So yeah, there will be tickets for your sponsors to attend there, and they will also have VIP tickets to the pageant. So yeah, like the sponsorship actually comes with a lot of benefits, and at the same time, the sponsors counts to your the total amount of your donation. Yeah, here are some general tips. So try to develop a timeline or schedule for yourself. For instance, I think back then we like let's say we only have like 2 months and I have to be very strategic about how I use my time and how I schedule for it. Like I was joking around with my pageant sisters, but at at that time we were basically working two jobs. So from our normal 9 to 5, and then after that, um, yeah, we just have to keep on reaching out to people, and if they don't live in the country, you would have to just adjust with their time zone. So yeah, those 3 months was a lot, but again, you get a lot out from it. So develop a timeline and schedule for yourself. And fundraising is not the only part in MAG. I know you guys also have to do like photo shoot, choosing your dresses, like make your costume, and yeah, practice your walks and all that. So use your time wisely. Um, Another thing is that you should use every opportunity you have. Like if you have networking event at school, at work, or with your like when you get to talk to someone on your team, just try to share that you're in this pageant journey now and ask for some sponsors, and again try to attend all the MEC events because again like you can meet your sponsors there and also bond with your pageant sisters. Another thing is that don't be shy and reach out to 10 to 20 people a day. um so like a little bit about how I reach out is that like even with people that I've only met once or twice, I still reach out to them. What's the worst thing that could happen? They go into your like they click in your message, okay, they don't want to do it, they ignore your message, exit the chat room. They would probably forget about it in 2 days. We all have our stuff going on, so don't be afraid on how you appear. And also it's super cool to tell people that you're in a pageant, so don't be afraid to share that. And also don't be shy away from reaching out, and don't be afraid of rejections because all of us has been rejected by what schools, jobs, and all that. And this is a chance for you to shine and also to prove yourself. So try to reach out to 10 to 20 people a day, and also do not mass message or just copy and paste your message on group chat, because again, people are likely to just click into the chat room and just click away. It's not personal enough, and that would just counteract your effort. And again, have to emphasize that is to keep track of your donation. Try to set up all forms of online payment like PayPal, Venmo, Apple Cash, Zelle. If you have friends or family like yeah in Taiwan or Hong Kong, use line payment, pay me. So yeah, just give them no excuse. So yeah, try to set up all form of online payment. And another bonus is to set up company match. And how it works is that you would the company match would send your donation to AAF through a portal. And I know that for Google, they also have a portal itself. It's called Benuity. Yeah, something like that. And then you basically make the donation on that portal, and then that portal will, together with your company match, will send the donation to AAF. So some company will match your donation up to 100%. I know Google, they max out at 10K, and at Wells Fargo, they max out at like around 3K. So um the year when I was like last year when I was fundraising, already I collected more than 10K. So I utilized my friends collect connection, and I also use my portal. So you can definitely do it through several companies matches. Yeah, and that just basically doubled my donation. So eventually, if your company or you know anyone's companies offer company match, contact Vincent Ma for some documents that is needed for you to set up the portal, because sometimes AAF might not be on the portal. I know it wasn't on Google's, but my friend set it up, and it luckily it was on Wells Fargo, so I did not have to worry about it. Anyway, so we are still in March, and we still have like around like less than 5 months to the pageant. So there are more time there are more time for you to handle it now than later. And this is, I don't know, again, if this was shared with you guys, but we have like sponsorship package as well. And it was a little bit hard for me to understand at the beginning, but later on, basically, Go sponsorships also have two full page ads, but um, they would give more priority to your ads. So it will likely be on the like kind of like the earlier pages, like the front pages. And then you can combine all your donations and into a Go sponsorship. When I was so basically when I have 25K, but I'm also not a person that like do a lot of photo shoots, and I was wearing my braces at that time, and I just don't want to do a photo shoot at all. So I have to find old pictures, but I didn't have that much. But at the same time, 25K allowed me to put a lot of ads on it. So if you look back into this, like a full page ad is just $900. But what I did was that I tried to combine all my sponsorship into 10K. So I only have two full page ads, but it allows my ads to be kind of like on the more front of the page of the program book, and also yeah, it gave me 8 VIP tickets. So yeah, definitely something that you guys could consider doing. But if you have a lot of pretty pictures that you would like to showcase in the program book, definitely go for it as well. And yeah, my pageant sister Alexis, she couldn't make it today, but she's also very generously offered to help. So if you guys have any question, you could contact Vincent, Alexis, or me. And yeah, this is the end of today's presentation. And thank you so much for listening. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask.
Any questions, anybody? No?
I do have a quick question on, I think Hillary, you mentioned that you have to track the donations yourself. Then
Mhm.
how does MAG like confirm like the donations afterward? How does that work? I don't think I catch that.
So what I did was that when my friends, for instance, a lot of my friends that donated to me, a lot of my friends donated to me through Venmo and Zelle. So I used a company portal um method. So basically, I have all the I gather all the donations. I ask my friends to donate it to me instead of asking them to go on the Mac platform and to fill out their form to donate it on on the Mac websites. Usually we only ask business owners to do that, but it's easier to keep track because it's definitely a couple $100. But when your friends are donating like 20 or 10, just ask them to Zelle or Venmo you, and then at when you gather all your donations, I would suggest you to get a large sum of donation and then make the donation once and for all to Mag. Instead of just like keep on sending 20 or 10 to Mag, then it will be really hard for you or Mag to keep track. And also the deadline for them to count whether or not you have the highest donation is like after the donation deadline, so they won't know who has the highest donation till like after the deadline for donation collection. So yeah, again, I would suggest you to gather a large sum of money, just on like the spreadsheet, put out how much they have donated, and then constantly like build a habit on like checking the account balance for your Venmo account and how much you were supposed to collect. And you know how on Venmo you can also see who sent you money, right? So you can so that's one way for me to keep track. Yeah, but I don't know if that answered your questions.
Yeah, and just like a follow up on that, when you were doing it, did you realize like a trend of how much friends and family tend to donate every time people ask, or do you like suggest them an amount, or do you tell them, oh, anything is fine, like $5 is fine, $1 is fine?
Yeah, that's a great question. It was actually hard for me. Like, definitely, I would want like as much as possible. And some friends, they were just super supportive, and they just give like, oh, here's $100 and all that. And then some friends, they like it's definitely an amount that is like leave the amount at their discretion. And like yeah, $5 and $10, it definitely helps, and don't try to force it, even though I did give a little bit pressure to my closest friends and be like, hey, I didn't see you send in the donation, and then 2 weeks later ask again. But that only limit to like the close friends, and also that's what I meant by know your friendship dynamic. And if they're your close friends, like, and you know that like, oh, they're intact, come on. So yeah, you can suggest a donation, but generally I do not suggest to like give them an amount. Just leave it at their discretion, because eventually, like ultimately, they're just trying to support you. Yeah. Thank you for your question. Yeah. Anyone else?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly the dynamics because that's usually something that Vincent handles with you guys. So Hillary has probably the best. Any advice on what is the best way to work with Vincent in terms of his coaching and making sure that he is on top of keeping track and is synchronized with what you have in your sheets and what he has in his sheets.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So I don't know if he's doing it with your year, but in my year, he want us to schedule a one-on-one call with him. Francis, are we still doing it this year?
We have not changed.
Oh, okay, sure. So you guys will eventually have a one-on-one call with him, and I think what is the most useful advice that I got from him was to identify your warm market and your cold market, and it's all about the mindset. So what I got out from him was the mindset training, and that just basically helped me to like step out of my comfort zone. And in terms of how we approach the sponsors and asking for donations, I think is because he is more experienced in terms of business transaction and asking for sponsors for business transaction. um, he tend to ask us to talk to business owners, but I know that it's not for everyone, even though I also suggested it. But I know that it's not for everyone, and that's why I use the approach on texting friends and family, which is more like the things that people from our generation tend to do, just like talk on text messages. and also connect with them in that way. And it's also easier, again, it's easier to keep track and all that. So I would say combine the mindset that Vincent gave you, and also combined our technology, then we can yeah, we can from these two elements, you can definitely fundraise and step off your comfort zone, and yeah, try your best to be Miss Imagine Talk or Miss Asian Entrepreneurial of 2024.
I do have a question.
Hey Amber, sure.
Hi. So my question is, um, I've been to a lot of networking events and I've gotten a lot of business owners' contact numbers and stuff,
Awesome.
but when is it like the appropriate time to like, bring up the whole sponsorship and stuff?
Oh, that's a great question. Do you mean like where like do you mean like at the time of the event, when what is a good timing, or like
In general, I think I've only gotten their numbers and like I've been consistently going back to them and like, helping out with their events as well. But I just been kind of like, I don't know if this is now is the appropriate time to ask or so forth.
well, first of all, really appreciate that you are being proactive about it. Second of all, when okay, Francis, don't hate me for saying this,
Go
but
for it.
but during casino night, when people have a few drinks down, and then they're more open about talking about sponsorships, and they're more open about that kind of conversation. But when you're in a more and then so that's when I ask for a sponsor. But again, assess the event and the occasion yourself. Um, but in terms of events that has no alcohol involved, everyone is super sober, and like it's a networking or networking event. Yeah, so I would say introduce yourself, and then and during the conversation, weigh in the fact that you're in a pageant, and just like give a brief conversation about, oh hi, my name is Ember, and blah blah, blah, make some conversation, and then talk about the pageant, and then talk about, like, usually people ask follow-up questions, right? And then yeah, so like mention about, oh, it's super awesome, and then they just give us uh different segment for us to try to experience different things. And one thing, and then you just keep on talking about, like, oh, one thing that is about that well, one thing that I'm really gunning for is the title of Miss Asian Entrepreneurial, and it's based on the sponsorship. And sometimes don't be afraid to be straightforward about it. Yeah, so if they're willing to just listen to you, and they're willing to learn more about it, get their contact. You don't have to ask for sponsorship right away from them, but if you were able to have that connections, keep it in your back pocket. Yeah, as you were saying, just keep following up with them. And also, as I mentioned about, putting together an info sheet about yourself, and then putting together the sponsorship book, and how and what it and like how does the sponsorship package work. So if you have all that information ready, you can definitely just try to reach out and ask for a sponsorship. And also, you said that you volunteer at their events, or you would see them in different occasions. Once you feel that you have a good connections with them, I think that's a good time for you to present all that information. But definitely, you have to be ready and to know your answers, so they would know that it's for a good cause, and they could support you that way.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Amber. Yeah. But yeah, if Francis, I think you're on mute.
Thank you. I wouldn't wait too long for casino night, just because casino night is, I believe,
It's June.
Second, yeah, exactly. So that means that let me pull it up here. When is you guys stuff due? So 2024, data submissions. Sponsorship stuff is due July 1st.
Hmm.
Stop motion materials are due July 1st. Vincent and Alex have been known to give leeways up to a point of late, but even then they have to like stop because of the printing requirements, right? So I wouldn't push it more than 5 days beyond that, and that's it. So if you're talking about June 22nd, that means you have literally 8 days to make a connection with somebody and ask them to sponsor you, which is literally very, very short amount of time to do that. It's not impossible, but it's just not easy. So I would say try to do it now, but that is absolutely 1% true what Hillary said. The alcohol definitely makes the money flow easier. People are a lot less inhibited. They're more, yeah, sure, I'll sponsor you. And then you're like, oh my God, thank you. Can I get your contact? Yeah, you can text me here. Okay, great, thank you. You message them, they're like, oh, I did say that, didn't I? Okay. All right, all right. What are we looking at right now?
Yep.
Yes, so make sure if you're at these events that we bring you to, there's that most people aren't like to the point where they're wasted at these events. But there's that point where there's tipsy and happy and the world is wonderful, and that's the time you introduce and strike. So yeah, there's a reason why alcohol is so popular at these events. That's how deals are made. It just is.
Yep. Vincent knows about it.
Yes. Vincent sometimes is forgotten about himself and has partaken in the ritual as well too. So yeah, that was awesome. Thank you so much, Hillary. Any other questions for Hillary, our Miss Entrepreneur 2023?
Thank you, everyone. And one thing that I was thinking is that if we ever go to pageant events together, and like if like Francis, you could introduce us about it. But if there
There's
will
something
be
coming up. Oh, there's something coming up. That's a great point. There's something coming up. And if you happen to be here, you happen to be there and the girls are there, that'd be a great time for you to kind of like, okay, go her, go her, go her, go her.
that's exactly what I was
Right?
trying to ask. Yeah.
Okay. We're looking at let me check this out here. One thing that's gonna happen is pageant. I don't know if we're gonna have alcohol there or not. A pageant, the dog pageant. That's happening on August 13th. I'll be inviting you guys there.
August
Another
13th.
August, no, not August, sorry, April 13th. April 13th.
Oh.
My dog will be part of it.
Yay.
Oh my God.
I'll double check. I've heard it, but they probably will serve some alcohol. That's a great time for you to. And a lot of people who have disposable income will be there, because they sponsor. They know Ethel. Ethel does a lot of volunteer work, so they're going to be there supporting Ethel from a very monetary point of view. So great time for you to get that. Um, the other one is going to be May 1st. This is going to be on Wednesday around 3:30 till 8:30. So it's kind of middle of the day that goes in. This is APA Heritage Month. So Rose is good. Rose usually runs this whole event that celebrates APA Heritage in Herbst Theater. It's a good idea for you guys to be there because you get to see what Herbst Theater is like. Because you're gonna be on Herbst Theater. So
Oh
you
my
should definitely
God.
be there. Because if you're part of the parade, you get to be on the theater, like dancing around in your ethnic costume with everyone else there celebrating APA Heritage Month. Rose leads this whole thing. So you will literally get what it feels like to be backstage with the pageant setting. I would highly recommend that one because you will get a preview on what it's like to work, like dress up backstage and be on the set. Rehearsal is the 27th of April. I can't make it because I'll be hosting the fourth mag interview that day for the next round. But I will definitely be there for I'm actually moving my schedules so I can be there on May 1st with you guys. And after that, we're gonna move from Herb's Theater across the street, I think, to City Hall for an after party, which means alcohol. Okay. And that means potential sponsors, like very, very loose. The purse strings definitely loosen when alcohol is served. And so, and then if Hillary's gonna be there too, that is a perfect time. And I'm almost sure Vince is gonna be there too. Oh, and Rose is also getting an award, special award recognized by the city, because of her work in the ABA community in the last 39 years. So not only is our founder also getting awarded, but this is a perfect time for you to see the theater, and also talk to some really potential uh liberated alcoholic liberated potential sponsors. And if Hillary's gonna be there, she will have your coach, your angel coach right there on location, telling you what to do, how to talk, and even going up there and kind of like, you know, being your co-pilot until you're good enough, then she'll like let you go and go run to the next person. I will be doing that to help you out, and I'm sure Vincent will be too. But that would be a target-rich environment, considering that it is like right there in City Hall.
Francis, I haven't gotten the invitation for it yet. So you.
I'm literally putting it together right now.
Oh, okay. Oh my God.
Yeah, Rose just gave me instructions today, so I'm like, all right, I have all these to-do things just from today, but that's my to-do to get everyone there.
Yes, that would be awesome.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
we have someone joining now.
oh, Rebecca. Hi, Rebecca.
Hi, Rebecca.
So,
Hi, did I miss the whole thing? Did it
Uh,
end already?
that's about 99%.
Oh, sorry.
But we
Don't
have
worry.
we have it recorded. We have it recorded so you can watch it.
Okay.
And you can find me on Instagram or Facebook. And yeah, let me know if you have any question, and also ask Francis for my contact as well.
Okay.
So I'll be able to contact you, and you can watch this recording as well too. But I'm gonna put together that event. But those two events, Pageant, which is April 13th, and APA Heritage Day, which is May 1st, which Rose, our founder, is literally hosting, and the city's gonna honor her with an award. So if you guys can make it, definitely. And also, like I said, target rich environment, perfect place for Hillary to like be your wing girl for sponsors. Lots and lots and lots of alcohol, which means lots and lots of potential sponsors. Much bigger potential sponsors.
Well, you cannot drink while you're representing.
Oh yeah,
like-
you can't drink.
yeah,
Yeah.
you cannot drink.
Yeah, you can day drink, you sell. You charm. That's what your job is to charm. Their job is to say yes. And the more alcohol they drink, the bigger the chance of saying yes will be. That's, I don't know, it's literally almost a direct linear correlation.
Is it a bad idea to influence them to drink more alcohol?
Oh, you don't need to influence them. They're very happy to acquiesce on their own. You really do not need any encouragement whatsoever. If anything, they just have to make sure they call their Ubers to get them back home safely. But yeah, that is a great place. Anytime people are having fun, enjoying and celebrating and have alcohol, you just kind of keep your eye, and as the volume gets louder, that is your cue to start talking with people. Yes.
Mhm.
I don't even drink, and I can read the room and already at that point. So yeah, perfect situation for you guys to be in. So I'll set that up for you guys to all, hopefully you guys can attend, as many of you guys can attend that as much as possible.
Mhm.
Okay. Did you have any questions, Rebecca, that you I know you just
No, I think I'm gonna go watch that recording though after it comes out.
Okay, yeah, it's as soon as we're done here, I'll wait for it to finish up on Zoom, and then I'll put it on YouTube and share it with you guys. Okay. Any final comments, Hillary?
Um.
Oh, was there a message you wanted to share with them too?
Oh. Oh no. But there's something that, yeah, there's just something that I think everyone just should keep in mind, is that just, yeah, always try to set your goal and like try your best. And also when you are attending events, try to seek out for the opportunities and try to talk to sponsors and yeah, keep track of it. I cannot emphasize it enough.
Yep.
So if you guys have any questions, just reach out to me and I'm happy to help. And I know Vincent will be more than happy to help as well.
Yep. Like I said, Vincent will be there. At least he says he's gonna work his way around the schedule. I'll be there. Hillary will be there. I mean, you already have 3 people right there being your wing people. It would almost be a shame of you not to be at that event. Especially the fact that there'll be a lot of inebriated people there who are also funders of many events throughout the city.
Mhm.
Yes. They'll be feeling very generous.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, then if there's nothing else, thank you so much, Hillary, for always sharing your wisdom and experience with the new class.
Of course. Thank you, Francis. And yeah, I hope everyone have a good rest of your evening and also happy fundraising. I know it's like a lot of work and stressful, but we're here for you.
Mm-hmm. All right. Take care, guys. I'll talk to you guys later, okay?
Thank you, Francis. Thank you, Hillary.
Of course.
Welcome. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.